Hello student, today we will see the anatomy and physiology of digestive systems. So the pharynx is a part of a throat that is behind the mouth and the nasal cavity and above the esophagus and the pharynx. It is behind. Behind means hindgade of the mouth and the nasal cavity above the esophagus and the larynx. Or it is a tube going to the stomach and the lungs. A pharynx is a tube that going to the lungs. The pharynx is a portion of digestive tract that receives the food from the mouth. So pharynx is a digestive tract. It's a portion of digestive tract. It receives the food from the mouth and it will send to the next part. Pharynx is branched off into esophagus, which carry food to the stomach. Pharynx, esophagus, then it is the stomach. That food carries from mouth to stomach. Next is esophagus. Esophagus, the spelling have two spellings of esophagus. Don't confuse in the exam. It's also commonly called as food pipe or gullet. It is also called as food pipe or a gullet. The esophagus is a muscular tube. It connects the throat and with the stomach. It connects the throat nothing but pharynx with the stomach, the esophagus. Esophagus is in between the pharynx and the stomach. Esophagus run behind the windpipe and a heart. Windpipe is also called as trachea, and in front of the spine. In front of spine and behind the windpipe, it is in between, and length is 25 centimeter and diameter is 2 centimeter. So this is the diagram of esophagus. There are pharynx are present, upper sphincter, lower sphincter, incisor teeth, aortic arc. So this is a diagram of esophagus. You can take the diagram of this. They may ask in the exams. So this is a diagram of esophagus, that is food content are moving from mouth to stomach, and it will move slowly from lower upper sphincter to lower sphincter. So this is a diagram. You can usually take the picture of this one. Next, how is the structure of esophagus? The walls of esophagus are lumen outward. It has a mucus, it has a mucosa, layer of muscle fibers between the layer of fibrous tissue, and outer layers are connective tissue. It is all made up of mucosa, submucosa, fibrous between the fibrous tissue, and outer layer connective tissue in the ಆಗಿರ್ತದ. So the mucosa is a stratified squamous epithelium of around 3 layers of squamous cells, which contrast to single layer of columnar cells of stomach. Most of the muscle is smooth muscle ಇರ್ತದ. Although striated muscle predominate in its upper third. So in a upper third there are striated muscles are present. There are smooth muscles, striated muscles, stratified squamous epithelium is present. So it is made up of lumen outside. It's very muscular in nature. The esophagus consists of two muscular rings or sphincters we call as. There are muscular rings or sphincters we call in its wall. On the top of it and at the one bottom, at the top one, at the bottom one. A sphincter, it's a circular muscle that normally maintain constriction of natural body. Of the passage, it acts as orifice. It relaxes as required by normal physiological functions. The lower spine helps to prevent the reflux of acidic stomach content. So the lower sphincter help to prevent the reflex of acidic stomach content. So here what happened, there is a one at the top and the other one is at the bottom. So the bottom one will at the near to the stomach, it will prevent the acidic content, the HCl, to reflex back to the esophagus. So they will help to normal, they act by normal physiological functions. According to they act as a orifice, they are passage, also called as sphincter. They are very helpful. Next is, what is the function of esophagus? It formation of balls. Bolus means small food particle. It will make cutter small food particles will mix forming a bolus. So next, help for swallowing. So food is ingested through the mouth, and when salt passes first through the pharynx and then into the esophagus. When we will ingest the food from the mouth, it will first go into the pharynx, then it will go from the esophagus, then it will go to the stomach. It will reduces the gastric reflexes. Constriction of upper and lower esophageal sphincter help to prevent the reflex backflow of gastric content into the esophagus, protect the esophageal mucus from diseases. Blood supply to the esophagus is by esophageal arteries, inferior pharynx arteries, venous drainage by left gastric vein. We have to keep it. This mind have made a short form. In your textbook it is very long form, so you cannot go through it, you cannot understand. You can simply, these points are very important, you can note it down and you can make a notes of this. After the esophagus, there is a stomach is present. Stomach is muscular organ. It is located on a left side of a upper abdomen. The stomach receives food from the esophagus. The stomach will receive the food from the esophagus. It is located left side of the upper abdomen. So as the food reaches the end of the esophagus, it enters to the stomach through a muscular valve called as lower esophageal sphincter. From in the esophagus there are two sphincter, one is upper sphincter and the lower sphincter. From lower sphincter, when food content come to a lower sphincter, it will open, the food will enters to the stomach, it reaches to stomach and it will enter to the esophagus. So these are the 9 quadrants in our body. So these are very important. Knowing these quadrants will help for where is the organ is present, whether it is right hypochondrial region or left iliac region. It will help you to where the organ is exactly located. You will get through this only. There are right hypochondrial region, epigastric region, left hypochondrial region, left right lumbar region, umbilical region, left lumbar region, right iliac region, hypogastric region, left iliac region. So this is very important. So this is a structure of stomach. In most of your question paper, in the SEM paper, you will ask the stomach diagram. So you can write the stomach diagram and neatly label it. So very important, the stomach diagram and its explanation. Next is relation to the stomach. What are relation? What are the organs present? So next, anteriorly. In front there are liver and anterior abdominal wall is present. In posterior backside, aorta, pancreas, spleen, left kidneys, abdominal is present. Superior diaphragm, esophagus, left lobe of liver. Inferiorly, transverse colon and small intestine is present. Left side there is diaphragm and spleen, and right side is liver and duodenum is present. Relation is very important. It is very simple. So the stomach is pouch-like organ. It is designed for the food to storage. Food storage help ಮಾಡ್ತದೆ ಯಾವ್ದು ನಮ್ಮ ಸ್ಟಮಕ್ ಒಳಗೆ 2 to 4 hours food store ಆಗ್ತದೆ. Designed for the food storage for 2 to 4 hours. Some mechanical and chemical digestion also occur. In stomach there are also chemical digestion also take place and mechanical digestion also take place. There are two sphincter at the both ends of regulated food movement. For food movement, stomach is also contain two sphincter. One is cardiac sphincter and another one is pyloric sphincter. So very important. Cardiac sphincter and pyloric sphincters. So cardiac sphincter is near the esophagus and pyloric sphincter is near to the small intestine. And the stomach is divided into 4 regions. Cardiac stomach, fundic stomach, body of the stomach and pyloric stomach. So the stomach is divided into 4 regions: cardiac stomach, fundic stomach, body of the stomach, pyloric stomach, also called as cardiac, funded, pylorus. You can keep it in mind. Stomach contains thick fold called as rugae, and it is its layer for providing large surface for area of expansion, secretion, digestion and some absorption. In stomach, most of absorption takes place, digestion takes place, secretion takes place. So it need more large and surface. So it has a thick fold we called as rugae, and its function is digestion, stomach help for digestion. The stomach releases the proteases, protein digesting enzymes such as pepsin. So it will stomach releases proteases and hydrochloric acid, which kills and inhibit the bacteria and provide the acidic pH of 2 for the proteases to work. So our stomach releases a proteases enzyme and hydrochloric acid for killing of other foreign bacteria, and it will provide a pH of 2 to for proteases to pepsin work, it gives a pH of 2. So the food is churned by a muscular contraction of wall called as peristalsis movement. Through the peristalsis movement, our food is churned, our food is mixture, our food is separated, our food is digested by a peristalsis movement only. Next is absorption, help for the absorption. Some absorption of certain small molecules occur in the stomach through its lining only. From lining of the stomach only some small certain molecule is absorbed. Next is a gastric juice. As we know, the stomach produces a gastric juice, gastric acid, gastric juice, stomach acid, all is one meaning only. Is a digestive fluid. It is formed by the stomach and is composed of hydrochloric acid, potassium chloride and sodium chloride. So our stomach composed of, so the gastric juice is composed of hydrochloric acid, potassium chloride, sodium chloride. So the acid play a key role for the digestion of protein. So as we take the protein intake, the digestion is done by the gastric juice only, by the activity of digestive enzymes and making ingested protein unravel. So the digestive enzyme break down the long chain of amino acid. Protein contain amino acid that break down by the digestive enzymes and help for the further absorption takes place. So as we know, gastric juice secrete agudrinda. There are some cells that are responsible for gastric secretory cells. They are also called as gastric secretory cells. They are responsible for the gastric juice secretion. There are chief cells, parietal cells, mucus cells and G cells. We will see chief cells secrete pepsinogen. It will secrete the pepsinogen. Parietal cell secrete hydrochloric and intrinsic factor. That will factor will help for the absorption of vitamin B12 from the intestine. And mucus cell secrete mucus and alkaline substance to help the neutralize the HCl in the gastric juice. So mucus cell it will secrete mucus and alkaline substance. It will help to secrete the neutralize HCl in the gastric juice. G cell secrete a hormone called as gastrin. G stand for gastrin. G cell secrete gastrin which stimulate the parietal cells and overall gastric. So these are the secretory cells. Next apply to the stomach is by right gastroepiploic artery, left gastroepiploic artery, gastric artery, venous drainage is by gastric vein. Thank you for watching this video and please subscribe for more such videos.